Hello, ma'am. This is my task 1 for midterms in 120. Number 1. What are the instructional models associated with varied disciplines or subject matter? Discuss and expound the advantages and disadvantages of using each model in the social studies classroom. So, there are 4 instructional models associated with varied subject matter, and those are lecture, discussion questioning, viewing, listening, and inquiry method. The advantages of lecture are it is specifically organized to meet the needs of the students or the learners. Number 2, it can give students plenty amount of information and it can be given to the huge number of students. It appeals to those who like learning in listening mode. The disadvantages of this students can be bored easily. This only suits for those learners who love to just listen when the teacher is lecturing, and the students are not active in this type of teaching. The advantages of discussion questioning are the students are active and participating, and it is not boring because the students are also giving their insights about the topic. The disadvantages of this are only few students will be the target learners in the topic are not organized because the students have different viewpoints. The advantages of viewing listening. The students will be very active and productive because they are the ones who will read and gather data or information. The disadvantages of this will not be applicable for some students that find viewing and listening boring. The advantages of inquiry method, it enhances the ability of the students to engage with questions and with other students. The given information will retain in the memory of the students, and the students will have interest to listen. The disadvantages, number 1, there will have a chance for students to be embarrassed and for teachers to be unprepared. Number 2, what are the instructional models associated with specific competencies, and explain how does each model works. The instructional models associated with specific competencies are ISD or ADI, programmed instruction, and practice and drill. Instructional design is the systematic approach to the analysis, design, development, implementation, and evaluation, or simply the ADI. To produce a training program, e-learning course, or learning materials, an instructional designer follows the 5-step ADI method. The model begins with wide examination. After that, the learning program is designed, developed, implemented, and evaluated. The process of introducing new subject to pupils in a graded sequence of controlled steps is known as programmed instruction. Students work at their own pace through the program content, testing their understanding at each level by answering an examination question or filling in a diagram. Practice and drill give knowledge or skill to students by training them with multiple repetitions, rehearse and practice for them to learn efficiently. Just like memorization, drill and practice involves repetition of specific skills such as spelling or multiplication. Number 3, determine the pros and cons of role-playing and simulation. Role-playing pros. Number 1, the students will enjoy. Number 2, the students will be prepared in real-life scenarios. Number 3, the social skills of the students will be exercised. The cons of the role-playing are, number 1, students may take this activity as a joke. Number 2, some students may be uncomfortable with some scenarios. And number 3, this activity may be messy and the ideas may not be organized. So, the simulations pros. Number 1, it gives students the opportunity to analyze critical problems. Number 2, it helps students to be efficient. Number 3, the students will have an idea how working field would look like. The concept of simulation is learning may not be organized.